The number one question I've seen when it comes to bull riding is how do you actually get into it? And this is very difficult to do. I came from a family where nobody rode bulls. Nobody was Western, nothing like that. I didn't know a single person that rode bulls. I knew one guy who had been on a ranch bronc once. He couldn't help me very much. So I feel y'all's pain. It's tough. 9 out of 10 bull riders come from a family that rode bulls. Like if you look at any of the champions, a lot of their family did it, or at least participated in rodeo in some way. It's very hard to get into. I'm going to teach you how to get into rodeo, bull riding specifically, for hopefully $0. I don't think this is the best way to get into it. Let me preface that, just come out and say it. But this is the way that I see a lot of people getting into it nowadays, and it is free. So if you're on a budget, that is one way you can do it. So the first thing you're going to need to do is hop on Facebook. I know it's a boomer app. I hate it, but that's what you got to do. You hop on it and you find a group of bull riders, all right? So I remember there's a group called like Rodeo Practice Pens and local rodeos, something like that. I think it was a nationwide thing, so you could probably find it somewhere. I don't know. Find something similar to that. Practice pen is the word you're going to be looking for, all right? So this is not a rodeo. This is where people go and get on bulls to practice for the rodeos and to get a lot better. So this is going to be your best bet. You find a place like that, all right? So you can just comment, be like, hey, I'm in this vague area. Practice pens, anybody? And this might only work with bull riding. I don't know about broncs or bears, anything like that. So you comment that. Hopefully you get some answers. Scroll through, see if it's already been asked. You don't need to muddle it up, asking the same questions over and over. You can also Google this, see if there's a practice pen in your area. And when I say in your area, I mean within like 6 hours, all right? These things are rare. Like my practice pen is 3.5 hours away, and that's relatively close, all right? If you live in a worse part of the country, when it comes to bull riding, you might be driving 6 hours, okay? So that's just something that's gonna come with bull riding. It sucks. If you live in Texas, like probably a practice pen, maybe a stone's throw away from your house, But if you live in Georgia like me, you might have to search a little bit more. So once you do that, figure out the practice pens, social medias. Most of them have them. Most of them are not very good, all right? Most practice pens don't have a website. Practice pens are just run by old rodeo cowboys for the most part. They're there to buck stock, not run a website, and really not even run a business. I don't know how much these guys actually profit. So they just do it because they love doing it. But find a social media for the practice pen. Hopefully they have one. And message them ahead of time if you possibly can. Talk about your situation, basically be like, hey, I'd really like to give bull riding a try. I'm passionate about it. Do you guys have any equipment there that I can either use for free or rent for an affordable price? And in my experience, they will allow that. I've only been to one practice pen, but it happens all the time at mine. People just show up and we get them their gear and they get on a bull. Pretty easy, and they do it for like $25, which is the price of admission. So we're gonna call it free, compared to what you'd normally be paying. So that's really what you can do, and I'm going to make another video right after this one about how to actually properly get into rodeo, into bull riding, so you don't die. And I like to think I got into it properly. I don't regret the way that I got into it, because I learned how to get on bulls right, get on them safely. And I think in the long run, that's going to benefit my career a lot more than it would be if I just showed up at a random practice pen. But if you just really got that itch and you're completely broke, give this a try. Please hit that like button. Y'all can subscribe if you're interested in my content, but the like button really boosts this. And I would like it to get to a lot of people and help people out so they can stop asking that question of how can I get into bull riding.